Hey you guys, welcome back to Married to Film. Listen, here's part 3.
Dragonstone is quite secure.
Until the king decides to reclaim his ancestral seat. His men might not put the prince's head on a spike, but what would they do with a common if he's taken to wife and made with child?
No one will harm you.
I have been sold this property more times than I care to count. Beginning in a homeland I can no longer recall. Most of my years have been spent living in terror.
You're safe with me, I swear it.
You are Targaryen. You can afford to play your stupid games with the king, but I cannot. I didn't come into your service wanting gold, the power, the station. I came to you to be liberated.
Liberated? From what?
Fear.
I have come looking for an unencumbered opinion.
Okay.
That's all I would ever give you, Grace.
Ever since my name was read by the Archmaesters at the Great Council, I have felt Corlys Balarian's envious gaze staring at me from across the Blackwater.
You sit upon the highest seat in the realm, Your Grace. Proud men don't like having to look up.
Rhaenyra Valarian.
Lord Corlys is your master of ships. And she is the eldest daughter of the wealthiest house in the realm. She comes from unimpeachable Valyrian stock, and she has Targaryen blood. What's to mislike?
She is 12.
She will mature.
I never asked to remarry.
As king, you have a claim on all things,
The little girl is 12?
even those you don't want. Marriage is not an obligation you can put off for long.
What if I was to reject Lord Corlys' proposal?
He would not be like to take it well.
Right.
I fear nothing short of a direct line to the Iron Throne would satisfy him. You should also consider that we find ourselves on the precipice of war in the Stepstones, and the Sea Snake holds claim to nearly half the realm's ships.
He would not dare withhold them in the face of the realm's need.
Yes, he would.
Who is he to act to me?
No one, Your Grace. But Driftmark makes for a better ally than it does an enemy. The Sea Snake has made a calculated reach, fair play for a man of his position. If you truly want my unencumbered opinion,
I do.
you should wed Rhaenyra Valarian, Your Grace. Sate Lord Corlys and fix him at your side, permanently as an ally.
But you can bed Hightower.
Your Grace, the princess has returned from Dragonstone.
Dragonstone?
He didn't know that she went.
Your Grace.
You disobeyed me. You fled King's Landing without a word, and you acted without the crown's leave. You are my only heir. You could have been killed.
May I sit?
You went to Dragonstone.
And retrieve the egg without bloodshed. A feat I'm not sure Sir Otto could have accomplished alone.
Yes. I sometimes forget how alike you both were. Your mother's absence is a wound that will never heal. Without her, the Red Keeper's lost a warmth, and I dare say it will never recover.
It pleases me to hear you say this, to know that I'm not alone in my grief.
I wish I had known better what to say to you in the aftermath. I struggled to realize that my daughter had so quickly become a woman grown. But I know she understands what is now expected of me.
The king must take a new wife.
I could never replace your mother, no more than I intend to replace you as heir.
Right.
But you are my only heir, and our line is vulnerable, too easily ended. And by marrying again, I may begin to ensure that we are better defended.
Against whom?
Whomever may dare to challenge us, I do not wish to make us estranged.
You are the king. And so your first duty is to the realm. Mother would have understood this, just as I do.
I have decided to take a new wife.
She there. Hightower's daughter.
Alicent Hightower.
I intend to marry the
Uh-oh.
Lady Alicent Hightower before spring's end.
Otto's happy.
Uh-oh. He is not.
This is an absurdity. My house is Valerian. the greatest power in the realm.
And I am your king.
Oh.
No.
Don't give him the look, though. Don't walk out. Oh no.
Rhaenyra.
That didn't go over too well, Papa. And so it begins.
House Valarian's origins reach back to old Valyria, more ancient even than House Targaryen, according to some texts. But unlike the Targaryens, we were no dragon lords. For centuries, my house had to scratch out an existence from the sea. When I ascended the Driftwood throne, I knew what I wanted, so I went out and seized it. Unlike every other lord of the realm, I can say that I built my house's high seat with the strength of mine own back. I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
Uh-oh.
Who are we talking to?
Otto?
Oh!
I wasn't aware you had a king for a brother.
We're both men who have had to cut our own way through the world. We've been passed over too often.
Did you call me to Driftmark to remind me of my low standing, Lord Cornwall? Or was there some other reason?
You've heard of the troubles in the Stepstones.
Some Mirish prince is feeding Westerosi sailors to the crabs.
I have been petitioning the king to send my navy into the territory, but he's denied me.
It was never my brother's strongest trade.
What?
Negotiations.
Being king.
Oh, wow. Dang.
The Crab Feeder is backed by powerful entities within the Free Cities who wish to see Westeros weakened. And the king's failures have allowed him to accumulate strength.
That's how
If those shipping lanes fall, my house will be crippled. I will not have Driftmark beggared while our king idles himself with feasts and balls and tourneys.
I will speak of my brother as I wish.
Oh.
You will not.
That's 11.
Waiting in the Stepstones is a chance for you to prove your worth to any who might yet doubt it. We are the realm's second sons, Daemon. Our worth is not given.
Dang
It must be made.
it. So that was the second episode of House of the Dragon. And again, it was a lot of, we probably missed a lot. So we're gonna, of course, we're gonna look at it again. But it was a lot of conversations going on between the houses. Well, Targaryen, cousin, nieces, all the same. They're all intertwined into one big old ball of Targaryens.
Right.
So, of course, Otto doing what he's doing. He's being real sneaky, but really, really slick with it, though. Because nobody else is knowing that he's sending his daughter to his chambers. And
To the king's chambers.
To the king's chambers. All along, they are getting to know one another rather well, and they have a lot in common as far as history and, as far as history.
She fixed his figurine.
Yeah, she's very thoughtful. She's just doing what every other 15-year-old would do around that time frame. She wasn't thinking about being married or anything like that, but they proposed the houses be married with his cousin's daughter. And she was 12, right? I thought she was 8. She's little. But her father gave her a big old spiel to say, we can need to do this, blah, blah, blah. So she basically repeated everything that her father told her to say. And the king was like, so your father told you to say that? So what your mama say? Mama said I ain't got to bed you till I'm at least 14. Okay? So,
Right.
no draws for 2 years. So it was, that was weird enough as it was, because we thought that she was like 8, but she was 12. But it's still the fact that they were going to be willing to give this daughter to this man so that houses can be combined, and the future of him having a seed with her is pretty good because she's so young. But when he chose Hightower, his daughter was not happy. And they're best friends. His daughter was not happy. And neither was Corlys.
Oh yeah, obviously.
So now he's done teamed up with Daemon. Oh yeah, and then there was a conversation between Daemon and Rhaenyra's. Rhaenyra, sorry. When she brought the dragon up to the was it Dragonstone? It was that Dragonstone. To the bridge where they was conversing. They was getting ready to go to war. It was Daemon and Hightower. They were getting ready to go to war. But
Hightower was not gonna win.
He wasn't. He's so afraid of Daemon though. He's so afraid of him.
But he hates his guts.
Yeah. It's weird conversation. I mean weird relationship. But she came, she said, look, I don't know why you're trying to steal my brother's egg. But can I get that? Yeah. He said it's the same respect as you having the same cradle as somebody else that was in the family, rightfully so. This is my rightful heir. This is what this is my rightful chain of command. I want to say chain of command. I'm the next in order in line for being on the throne, and they have a really good relationship. So it's gonna be, he respects her and he loves her so much that the fact that they didn't want any bloodshed, she didn't want any bloodshed. He just tossed her the egg and just walked away. And I don't know.
But
I'm
he
captivated.
He didn't tell old girl none of what was going on.
Yes, go.
She didn't know that they were supposed to be married, that she was supposed to have a child. Nothing. Which was crazy.
Yeah,
I thought
because
he would at least told her. But no. But so this episode is definitely moving the plot forward. I'm trying to think of anything else that we missed that happened. The king allowed Rhaenyra to select the leader of the King's Guard, commander of the King's Guard. She chose Sir Criston Cole, which beat Daemon at the tourney. Yeah. So we've seen him in battle, so we know that he's capable. Yeah, so when she went to Dragonstone, she went without the king's knowledge. Yes. So when she came back, he was like, she went to Dragonstone. What? Yeah, she said she came back with Stone, and she understood that he had to choose a new wife. But obviously she wasn't overly exuberant about the wife that he chose.
And I think that's because in the conversation when he was talking about that with his daughter, Hightower's name never came up. She just said, do whatever you gotta do for the realm. You know, do whatever you gotta do. She said, yeah, I understand you gotta take a new wife. Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Rhaenyra and Rhaenys had a good conversation, clapping back.
Yeah. Oh! I forgot about that. That was a really good clapback session.
But the visuals, man, different aspects of King's Landing and the Red Keep.
Let's talk about the intro. Oh my God. If nothing else we don't talk about here, we gotta talk about that intro. Did y'all see all the blood coming from the houses?
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back.
They pulled you good too.
Oh my God.
All we needed to hear was the intro. Because it was a cold beginning in the first episode.
They was fishing, boy. They was like,
yeah, we're gonna get
gotcha.
You hooked in, your jaw is jingling. Because you like this.
Right. But yeah, man. So let us know what you guys thought.
Oh my gosh, this is so
we love y'all.
Amazing. Those dragons though.
We'll see y'all on the next one.
Yep. Love you guys. Bye.